Buenos días. Hola, Greta. ¿Cómo estás? Bonjour. It's a cloudy morning in Panama City, but we are here. We are grateful that we are on the wake up list, like people say, right? Welcome to Monday. Pilates, yoga, stretching. That's what we do on Mondays. All right, let's start stretching our calves. Remember, your legs are your best tools for strength and to keep you vertical so you don't fall. So you take time always to stretch. You're stretching your calves, your ankles, your quads, everything, right? Now let's stretch the upper body. And remember, whatever you do not hold your breath. We start gently, right? I wasn't counting, so we keep going. Very good. Now bring your shoulders in. This one stretches your shoulder. You feel it all the way in the buttocks. Today is all about stretching. Yes. Be kind to yourself and move. Now, because of this heat, I don't go out walk in the morning. I don't think I could. I'd be a melting mess. All right. Bring your arms up and tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, make it count. Big. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And feel the upper back. 10. Now move your arm. Push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You feel it in the core. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to go up. 1, tap. 3, 4, 5. Stretch it up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! You feel your body warming up? Oh, yes. Yes. You feel like your body is waking up? Yes. Breathe, remember. Now let's stop in the front. Breathe. All right. Now you're going to open your legs. Whatever exercise you're doing, if you keep a wide base, you stay planted, right? Yes. This is what's going to keep you vertical. So you have to work your quad muscles. You have to make sure your ankles are strong. That's why you take time to stretch them up and down, up and down. Even someone said, if you do these, to just kind of straighten out your legs, those are good exercises too, all right? But let us stretch all the way up. Sun salute. We saying good morning, sun. Good morning to the universe. Make sure you're stretching, all right? Stretch it up like somebody's pulling you from the sky. You're not just getting your arms up. You're pulling. Power of opposition. Up to the sky, and then your legs are planted. So when you do that, you can't help but get tight in the middle. All right? Oh, stretch. While you give thanks to God for waking you up. It could have been totally different. You know, as you get older, you count your blessings by minutes, right? And not years, because we don't have that. We don't know, right? All right, lower your arm, easy. The first one, we go easy, right? And bring your body down. Sit right up here in the middle. And what I want you to do is to move your body forward, like you're taking this whole body and you're stretching it forward. Do you feel that? So you should feel it in the buttocks, the legs. Pull your body forward. Pull it. Ugh. And then lower your head, hands on the knees, and curve your shoulders. Oh, this feels so good. Woo. I feel it all the way back here, all the way in my legs, curve. In the upper back is also stretching. Whew. Breathe into it. Lift up your leg, your head, and come to the middle again. Stretch forward. I call this one the baggy stretch. Stretch it, stretch. Ooh, you feel it? Breathe. Breathe into it. And come down. Lower your head and curve your shoulders. Yes. So good. Oh, we work in threes. The last one. Head up. And push your body forward. Push it. Push it real good. You know, I always say that. Woo! So good. Head down. Curve. All right, now put your hands flat on the ground. You might have to open your legs a little bit. And let your head hang. Right? Move it easy from side to side. Release all the stress from your shoulders. Breathe into it. All right, you know what's coming? We're going to walk our hands up until you can get on your tippy toes. And then you come up. This is a high plank, but so good. Breathe into it. Your neck, everything is in one line, right? All right, I'm going to move up a little bit and lower your body. Lower your body if you can. If not, it's a go. Breathe into it. Breathe. Feel your buttocks, your legs. Your arms are straight. And then we move back. Move back. And when you move back, push your booty out. Push it. Oh my goodness, that feels amazing. Breathe into it. You're stretching the shoulders, right? The arms. Now lower your head and relax. Continue to breathe. You know we work in threes, so this is number 2. Let's go. All the way up on your tippy toes and up. Your core is tight. Breathe. Now if you want to push it, you could just lower your buttocks. Then you really get a nice stretch. But you have to work into this, right? Don't try to do it all the first time you try. All right. Ooh, so good. And back. Oh, yes. And push the booty back. And your arms are stretching forward. Woo. Yes. Push. Woo. My body is warm. And the last one. your hands up, and down. Tight arms. All right? Whew, I feel it in the hips. The hips are stretching. The hips are alive with the sound of music. You know, that's my favorite movie ever. The Sound of Music. Oh, push it, push it, push it. Woo. All right, bring your arms in. Lower your head again. And try to release all the stress from your shoulders. Breathe into it, breathe into it. Okay. Lift your head up, bend the knees. We're going to squat. Squatting is also, oh, my booty's touching the glass. Squatting is something that is super healthy for you to do. So, squat and stay here for a few seconds, and then with arms out, come up. Halfway. You're just training your legs to be strong. And then go down again. As low as you can. How low can you go? Well, you know, some people squat. I'm not there yet. But I am a work in progress. And up. So your legs have to be strong to lift you up without you holding to something, right? Last one. Down. Yes. Strength. Positioning. So important. And then up, 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 all the way. Woo! Do you feel those in your quads? Yes. Woo. You gotta keep at it, guys. You gotta keep at it. You guys okay? Grateful planning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're feeling fine. All right. That was a nice working out, stretching, right? Strengthening. Strong legs, strong arm, strong core. That's what you want. That's what's going to keep you up, keep you from falling, right? All right, we're going to do our warrior 1 and warrior 2. Those are also excellent exercises. Very good. All right. Again, legs wide open, as wide as you can stand it, right? This is your strong base, right? So even if you're not working out with me, right? You're watching TV, just go like this and do some squats. That is going to train your legs to be strong. You can be watching your program, but do it. Why not? Okay? Make it part of your life. I'm not saying day. I prefer to work out in the morning. In the evening, sometimes I'll walk if the weather's okay. But I've been in the gym in the evening, especially when there's nobody there. I like going when there's no one there. Right? Okay, so you are in your power stance, is what I call this. All right? So what you want to do is to slowly bring your body to one side. Stretch this leg, and then leave a wide space. But watch your knee. Don't let your knee come too far. Otherwise, you're going to bend your knees and overstretch. And that's a no bueno. All right. Stay right here. Everything is tight, right? Breathe. Now bring your arm on your thigh. And this arm, you're going to go straight line. If you're watching in your screen, your laptop, or however you're doing it, make sure you have a straight line. And breathe into it. Now again, it's like somebody is pulling you in that direction, and then your legs are planted. All right now, turn your body and look up, palm up. Look up to the sky, to the ceiling, This one intensifies the move. Breathe and come back. Oh, do you feel that? Yes. Listen, your body is waiting on you to train it. It's like like a pet. You train it to do what you want it to do, right? All right, bend this knee and push over. Stretch. You're stretching the inner thighs. Breathe. Breathe. Again, don't overdo it. Don't go way over, okay? That's a no bueno. And if you're doing any movement, you have pain, you stop, okay? Don't work through pain, no ma'am. Because your joint, your muscles, if you have not, used them, they're gonna be a little bit tight, so you gotta give them time. Give yourself time. Nobody is, competing with anyone. All right, here, arm under thigh, and this one, straight line. And breathe. And breathe. This is yoga Pilates, right? Stretching. People go into studios. You can do that too. There's the studio. Some people feel better working in a group. It's perfectly fine. Now turn your body to the ceiling. Pull your palm up and feel that stretch. Woo! Yes. And up we go. Woo! So good. So good. I love it when I feel like I'm really stretching my body or my joints. Breathe. Breathe. Woo. Okay. We're going to go warrior 2, and then we'll do some squatting. Even doing this exercise, they say it's so good for you. As you get older, exercise physiologists, physical therapists will tell you power is in your leg, right? So even doing this, if you're just not thinking about it, just step on your toes and keep doing it, strengthening your calves and your ankle. So you see this. Well, let's do 20 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I'm sweating and I'm just stretching. 8, 9, yes. 10, 1, yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, as high as you can, 9, and squeeze, right? That is good. That is strengthening your legs. Yes. Okay. I told you, I have not done any jumping jacks. We do those on Wednesdays and Fridays, but I'm still sweating. That means my body is already in a metabolic zone or state. All right, warrior 2. Now, instead of doing this here, we're gonna do it front and back. You're gonna bring one leg up and the back leg so you have a nice space between the legs. Again, don't hyperextend your knee. That's a no bueno, okay? Now come on your toes in the back leg and then go down as low as you comfortably can, right? Make sure you're steady. Open the arms and come up. And then we count 2, 3, 4, 5, slow, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 and a half, 10 and a quarter, and up we go. And then Bend the front leg. Woo! Come all the way down. You know, I love to curve the shoulder because when I do, I get an exaggerated stretch in the back. And your back, whew, super important to keep everything nice and flexible. You guys okay? All right. Very good. All right. Now the other leg. This leg up, right? This leg back, big space, right? Now you're gonna bend this knee down. Get your bearing. Make sure you're not wobbly. And then arms out and up and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is balancing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half. You feel like shaking? Yes, I shake too. And then come up. Yes. Now we're gonna bend this leg and bring the shoulder down and curve it. Breathe. And come up. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Very good. And you know we're gonna have to go down on the mat. We gotta do our plank. Planking is super important. Because as you get older, you wanna be strong, all right? I mean, some people can look good in their clothing, but then you go, they might fall. That's not what you should be looking for. Your goal is to be strong, strong bones, strong joints, right? And muscles that are like shaped, no jiggly arms. We don't want that. No, senor. All right. Now we are going to squat. Squatting is super important. Now, if you have weights, you can hold on to the weights if you've been exercising. That would be great. But for Mondays, we don't need to. You know, I have a water jug, which is what I use for my weights, just because we have weight downstairs in the gym. But I think I will. I'm going to buy 2 10-pounders. Put it on my list. All right. Open your legs. Now, you could do this. That's going to give you a good inner thigh workout, or you could do it halfway, or you could do, you know, if you're doing it straight, it's better to be standing. So it's going to be a bit diagonal. All right. You're going to take your arms out. You could do that in the beginning. If you're just getting started, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to keep my arms up, out, and that increases the intensity. All right, we're gonna go down slow 2, hold for 2, and then up for 2. Ready? 1, 2, as low as you can. Hold for 2, and then squeeze up. Again, we go down, hold it, and then up. Breathe into it. Down, chin up, and up. That was 3. Let's go for 10. 4. Hold, and up. Breathe, and then squeeze everything when you come up. Your buttocks, your core. Down. Is this 5 or is this 6? Let's say 5. And up. Woo. Nice. 6. Breathe. Hold. And up. Woo. You feel those? 7. hold, and up. Almost there. 8. Your heart should be pumping. Even though it's a slow motion, up. Yeah, you got to grind your teeth and bring your body back up. 9. Hold. Yes. And up. Woo! Almost done. And then down. Woo! Hold it, hold it, hold it. And up. Wow. Did you feel those? Wow. That was amazing. Gloria, good morning. Lena, good morning, ladies. Are you doing it? Are you working out with us? Now, whenever your heart starts pumping, give it a few seconds to come down. Come down to homeostasis, we call it, where everything is equalized and everything flows. All right. So, if you have a mat, get it. I wouldn't say a towel because you don't want something that's going to move. Because, we have tiles here in Panama, and, sliding on and off might be dangerous. So, remember, you are precious. You don't want to do anything that's going to cause injury. All right. We can do the same thing we were doing standing as a stretch here. Bring, your body up. This leg in the back is straight, straight. And then you bring this forward. You just stretching the joint, the hip joint, right? And then stretch the front leg and come down. Ooh. Ooh, yes. This is a nice stretch. Stretch all the back of the leg and also that hip. And then switch out. Switch out. You don't ever want to be lopsided. If you do something on one side, you got to do it on the other. Right? All right. This is this knee here. You come forward. Forward. And stretch. Woo. Yes. Now you see, my knee is not going over my toe. That's something you always have to be aware of, right? Feel the stretch in the hips. And then the front. Stretch it. Ooh, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. Stretch it, stretch it. Whew. All right. So now we are going to do our planking. Planking, we could do a high plank. We alternate weekly. This is a high plank where you're going to hold your body in a straight line. Today it's low plank because we did the high plank last week. So I'm stretching some more because I'm stretching those arms because I'm going to be using them. Oh yes. And stretch the belly. All right. For this one, you need your stopwatch. Now, when I started, I was doing 15 seconds and then I had to go down. Which is, if that's what you can do, 5, 10, 16, you do it. And then every day, you try to do 1 more second. 1 more second. Now, we're up to 90 seconds, but you don't have to do 90. Okay? Now, stopwatch. All right? And we're going to do a low plank, meaning we're going to be on the ground on our elbows. All right? Here we go. Low plank. And your body straight back. And we start counting. Keep breathing into it. 15 seconds. Everything is tight. Your buttocks, your tummy, and your arms are strong. 30 seconds. 45. And then at 60, I'm going to come forward on my toes. And those are usually very hard for me. But you don't have to do it. 60 seconds. I'm going to come up on my toes. That increases the intensity. Woo! Breathe. 15 to go. Ow! Ow, 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 ow. Ugh. Ugh. Woo! 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to go a little bit more just to challenge myself. All right. Open the legs and then come down and stretch. Woo! Yes. Wow. That was amazing. How'd you do? Curve your back. Curve it and release it. You're stretching the back. Curve and release. Curve and release. Wow. How'd you do? Were you able to do some of them? Planking is one of the best exercises, right? So make it a goal. If you can't do a lot right now, saying, I'm going to do it, I'm going to get there. This is what you need, that to say, I'm going to do it. Okay? All right. Woo. You see, Pilates makes you sweat. You wouldn't think that, right? All right, 8:30. All right, so let's do a few little stretches. I always like to stretch the legs. So come forward, go down, and stretch your body overhead. All the way over. Remember, you just tighten the belly. Now you're stretching, stretch as it is. You still have that belly fat? Of course. Stretch. I'm more interested in how I feel with my whole body than just spots. And that's why people say, well, you can do 1,000 sit-ups. But if you don't reduce the fat content throughout the rest of your body, you're wasting your time. All right, bring your arms up. Now bring one leg up. Whew. And grab the back of your knee. Bring the leg in. Bring the leg in. And whenever I'm up, I'm always working my ankles. If you can, grab your ankle. If you can't, that's a goal for you. That talks about flexibility of your joints to allow you to grab your ankle. Okay? But if you can do it right now, let it be a goal. Right? And then bring the leg over. Touch the ground. Oh, yes. You feel that stretch? Woo. So good. So good. Because your hips, this is one of the biggest joints in your body. All right. Bring it back. Down. All right. Bring the other leg up. Grab the back of your knee and work out your ankles. Flexibility, right? Woo. Move the leg closer to your chest. And then walk your hands up and grab your ankle if you can. Woo. If you can't, make it a goal. Very good. You're working about flexibility between these joints. Now bring the leg over. Open your arms and let it touch the ground. If you can't touch the ground today, again, make it a goal, okay? Flexibility is earned over time. You don't just become flexible right up front. No, it doesn't work like that. All right, bring the leg back. All right, Legs up. Let the palms of your feet touch and let your knees fall. Gravity is going to lower them. All right? And then flexibility in the joint will decide how low they go. You know, when my daughter was doing ballet, their knee would touch the ground. I'm not planning on doing that. I don't think I'll ever be that flexible. But, you know, some people would do this and push. You can, but I just let it sit there. All right? And if you wanted to do some exercises for your inner thighs, you could do this. Again, while you're doing something, just do these. Always think of your body as you're doing something else. Okay? All right. Again, this is stretching the joint. Yes, stretch the hip joint. Ugh, I feel it. So good. And the other one, stretch. Oh, yes. I don't know about you, but I'm more flexible in one side of my body than the other. And that's okay. We are all like that. I am very lopsided. All right, so let's come up. Now we're going to do some arms up to finish. This is going to be a good core exercise. All right, let's go down. We're going to put our arms up, and then we're going to come up. Can you do that? Up, back, and up, 2. Breathe. Down, up, and 3. Up. That's good core workouts, right? Down, arms up, and 4. You really have to use your core to come up. Down, arms up, and 5. 5 more to go. And 6. Breathe. And down. And 7, like you're scooping up. And down. And 8, almost there. And down. And 9. One more. And 10. We did it. All right, let's stretch. Woo! Let's go down, chest down. Grab the ankles. Let the head hang. Let all the pressure flow out. Then bring your arms in and stretch the back, the neck. Oh, yes. So good. Now move your body to one side. Grab the ankle and bring the body down as low as you can. Now scoop your arms up and go over. Stretch the side. Yes. Oh, so good. And out. And grab the other ankle. Go all the way down. Feel the stretch in the hip. Yes. Woo. And scoop your arms, your arm, and over. You can touch your toe if you can. That would be good. Oh. So good. Inhale up. Thank you, God, for another day, another morning. We know we don't deserve it. We don't know why. You're allowing us to still be here. Let us make it count. Let us be good to each other and speak positivity in life. Because it's a struggle, you know that. But we believe with you we can do it. All right, grab your toes. This is where you're going to say namaste, please. Oh, that is so good. And I always like to finish with this last one, where you're just gonna stretch your whole body, arms in the back, and you come up. That's another sun salute. And you stretch your whole body, and you come down. And that's when you say, Namaste. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. Don't forget to hydrate. I know we took a few more minutes to stretch, but never be in a hurry. A lot of us are retired, so don't time me, okay? Whew. What a game yesterday. Those of you who watch, I know they're crazy. My friend is in Spain right now. She's by Coastal. She said when they won that last game, she said it was crazy. They had fireworks and they were throwing cannon. She said, I'm going to try to make sure I am not there. I had to check with her today if she went out, for yesterday's game because I'm sure they're still in the streets, you know. Just like France didn't show up, Argentina didn't show up yesterday. I have no idea. And for Messi to go out like that, that is a no bueno. Make sure you hit the like button, ladies, on your way out. I appreciate it. Greta, countdown for you, sis. That's wonderful. My other little glass this morning, my glasses, I took it in and one of these just broke. So I'm gonna have to go buy some more. I get these at the store. These are not prescription. I came here with those. I had a black one. I think I had a blue one. I don't like blue like that. But anyway, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It sets you up when you work out in the morning. It does something to your mood. It just gets the day started on the right foot. That's just the way I look at it. So if you want to work out in the evening, it's good too. It's good too. Yeah, I like going to the gym, and sometimes I'm there for like 2.5 hours, and it's just me, and I like that. I do the elliptical, that is go like this, and then the leg, and then I do the treadmill, and I do a little bit of running on the treadmill. Then I'm with the machines for about 30 minutes. And then they come up with the Stairmaster, I think they call it. Whew, that one's hard. But I do like 5 minutes when I feel like it because it really is a good cardio workout. And I had my EKG, it looked good, so I have no issues. I have to keep, your heart is in there. It's a muscle too. Just like I do these, with the weights. You got to work your heart too because listen, if your heart is not healthy, you're not going to be healthy. Because just like you said, the brain is a computer, but your heart helps pump good oxygen rich blood. And your brain and your kidneys take a whole lot of that. And they need that to function. I was reading an article last week. It says, this PhD student, I got to tell you, when you are going for those higher degrees, there is a pressure to publish something, to do research. And the danger in doing research is that sometimes people are already biased at the beginning of the research. And a lot of research starts with a question. And then if you want a certain result, sometimes they do something that are not so ethical. So he's like, dementia may not start in the brain. The tau, the protein that they find in the brain of Alzheimer's patient. Or it may start somewhere else, in the gut, in the lung. And I'm like, well, everything is interconnected. What are you trying to say? Of course, everybody knows what you eat affects your brain, gut brain connection. We've known that for a little while now. If you don't exercise, this is the one thing, I'm a skeptic when it comes to research. I'm like, let me see, let me wait. That's why I don't ever rush, with the latest fad. No salt, no oil, no this, no that. I'm like, everything in moderation. Just get away from me. I will not live my life with this. I'm not going to touch this. That's why I can't be vegan. If you tell me I'm hungry and a piece of chicken is in front of me and I can't eat it because I can't do it. Because it's like I feel like I'm putting bondage. I'm putting myself in bondage. No. Of course, yes, I want to go for the free range chicken, free range, even though I went to a farm one time and I'm like, okay. And the chickens were in a place, they were not tight, but they were not out in the wild, they were not free. So the guy said, "You're just too smart. Why are you asking those questions?" I'm saying, "I just want to see how free these chickens are." But people, they sell you a bowl of you know what. So do the best you can and then let it. Don't put pressure and such limitation on you. You know you need to exercise. This is the one thing, and we don't even call it exercise. We say movement. Just move, right? So we're not gonna say you have to go to the gym, you have to come here work with me. No. So if you say I'm gonna go over there, can you walk there? Yes. You go to the metro station. Here's the escalator, but they have steps. I'll take the steps. It's a mindset, right? So you don't have to be running a marathon to say you're moving. But I wanted to say that this is one thing that through decades of research, they've always shown. This is why something becomes valid. You validate the research results that movement is good for anybody. So you're welcome, Miss Thomas. Whatever you're doing, just move. You see an elevator, you see some stairs, take the stairs. You want to go somewhere, can you walk? And it's not crazy, the weather is not bad. Walk. You know what I mean? That's the mindset. Don't look at it as exercise. Make it a lifestyle of movement. Don't sit in the house all day long on the couch watching TV or even on your computer. And I had to be cognizant of that because I get into something and where's Carol? Is Carol here? I'm talking to you, Carol. Get off the chair and go do something. Go walk. People do that. You see them, at 10 o'clock, they go taking a walk. For their lunch, they go for a walk. You have to make yourself do it because sometimes the lifestyle doesn't help. So you got to do it yourself. So they always show benefits of movement. So when you move and your heart is pumping, you're pumping good, rich blood to your brain, and that helps. We already knew if you're at risk for strokes and diabetes, you smoke and all that. Yes, everything gets messed up. It's not just in the brain, right? But then you have genetics attached to that, and then some people, it develops early or it's become more pronounced. So, and then again, you could do everything right, sisters. I always tell you that, and you still get stricken with some awful things. So this lady said she was a vegan. She was an exercise person. She was moving, and then she developed colon cancer, which she's like, she went to the doctor. She said, well, how come I've done all these things? You see my lifestyle, my body, and all that. How? And then she said the doctor had tears in his eyes. He says, you just got hit by lightning. So it wasn't anything you did or didn't do. It's just the randomness of life. So that's why whatever you do the best you can, and then you gotta let it go. Don't think because we're working out, we're not gonna get sick. Mm-mm. Because if you don't think that, if it happens to you, then you kind of in a frame of mind to say, okay, how do I handle this? Versus, oh my God, woe is me. Look around. See what other people are going through. Some people are going through things that we don't think they deserve it. Most of the things happen to us we don't deserve. Look what's happening with us as a people. What did we do to deserve any of it? Nothing. Randomness, evil. Yes. I mean, and sometimes I'm like, why? And then there is no response. And I have to reframe my mind that says, well, living in this awful, unequal world that somebody's trying to destroy me or you, and you got to find a way to live. And I tell people, I think that's the hardest thing, to remain hopeful and kind in a world that's trying to destroy you. Right? I think that's where the work is. I don't know if it's just my age, but I find that it's a daily struggle. You got to reframe your mind. Just like I used to tell my kids, I said every time they come home from being in that school system that tries to destroy them, when we sat to eat, I had to deprogram them. And it's like, what happened in school today? What did the teacher say? How did you handle it? And then we had conversations. That's what you do with your kids. You got to do it with yourself too, right? And if you have grandkids, you still keep talking, pouring into them, because the world out there is trying to kill them. When my sons, we were living on a street, and they were like little, 5, 6 years old. And there was a little boy of a certain complexion down the street. They were really close. As my kids started to get into elementary school, so I sat them down and I said, listen, I know you and he are friends, but I said, it's going to come a time where he doesn't want to be your friend anymore because you're different. Oh, mom, blah, 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 blah. But I prepared them. When it happened, when the parents started to pull him back, and I said, didn't I tell you? You got to, this is a conversation. When they say you have conversation with your kids, yeah, you got to prepare them. But you know what? Some don't listen. When you say, oh, mom, can I go spend the night at so and so? Who is so and so? Do I know his parents? No, we're not doing that. And after a while, it was like, my mom doesn't allow me to spend time at night. No, we didn't do that. Nope. So now look what's happening. You're going to go deep in the sea with some people who don't look like you, because you never know, that seed of evil is there. So now you have to extend the conversation. You can't be the only one in the group. Mm-mm. No, you cannot. You can't trust. That is self-preservation. And people will tell you that. In the old days, the old people used to tell you, there's some places you shouldn't put yourself in. They don't want you there. And it doesn't mean, I remember my kids used to say, oh, mom, you're paranoid. They used to tell me that. I said, okay. Because if it happens then, you get to a point, you have to allow the kid to make decisions for themselves. And sometimes they make decisions that are deadly. I told you, yes, my heart grieves for you, but I did my job. We're all responsible for ourselves as adults, even our kids. And sometimes they don't listen. Oh no. I put my kids in private school when they were younger. And of course, they were in the minority. The school had about 300 kids. But as they got to be to middle school, we pulled them out. We put them in the public school. They still had to fight the fight, but it wasn't as bad. So you try to do the best thing for your kid. And I remember listening to this lady. She's on social media. She said, I want to confess to you. She did the same thing we did. She said, I put my kid in a private school where she was one of maybe five. And she said, I was wrong. I thought I was giving him more opportunities. But we parents don't think about the battle that these kids have to fight every single day of their existence, because they are in spaces that are not designed for them, that don't want them. And it's one of the things people talk about, even when I was growing up, and I used to say, oh, but I never dealt with bullying and stuff like that when I was growing up. But this is a different world. When my son told me he had been bullied, I'm like, well, I had no clue. You never said anything. You said, no, I didn't say anything, but I was. Then my daughter chimed in, oh, yeah, they bullied me too. I'm like, what? And now look what's happening to these poor children. Children 8, 9 years old hanging themselves. The world is cruel, so cruel. I mean, I don't even have words to describe some of this stuff. Words fail me. But then now you have to not only pour into your kids, but you got to pour into you so you don't turn into your worst enemy. Because if you destroy yourself up here and you go deep into the belly of the beast where you can't get yourself out of, they have won. The thing that gets them is like as much as they try to crush us, we still rise up. That's what kills them. So you cannot allow yourself. That's your legacy. Not that you're leaving $1 million, but that you fight up here every day. That you don't allow yourself to be contaminated with their hate, because that hatred will destroy you. That's the battle that I see right now. As I'm on my way out, to look back, I don't have grandchildren, and every day I think I'm grateful. But my kids are still having to live in that world. So I have to keep pouring into them. I have to keep being an example to them, because that's my legacy to them. That I wasn't contaminated. That regardless of all the stuff, I still remain true to myself, to who I am. And when I'm gone, that's what they're going to remember. Hmm. I had to deprogram my kids every time they came home, to say, no, 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 we're not doing that. You're not taking 2 classes of basketball as elective. No, sir. You're going to take a journalism class. You're going to take this. You're going to take that. When my kid, I think he was it elementary? He said, "Mom, I'm in the class, and every time I raise my hand, the teacher passed me and he pointed to somebody else, totally ignored me." I said, "All right, let's go." So I went to the office and I'm like, "Excuse me." I went to the teacher. I said, "My son says when he raises his hand, you do not." She's like, "Oh, but Miss Lazar, he's always raising his hand." I said, "Well, that's what he's in school for. If he has questions and he asks you a question, you need to address it. You will not ignore my child in the class." I think 2 weeks later she quit. I'm like, good riddance. You got to go to bat for your kids. And this is what's happening in the school systems. I mean, growing up, there are some parents, you never see them anywhere. They never show up. Let me tell you, if you're not the mama bear to protect your children in that school system, they're going to become the one that they're building those jails for, because that's what they're pushing him through. Oh, you don't need, when I went to the teacher, my son wanted to get a trigonometry class. She's like, well, is he going to go to college? I'm like, what is this to you? He needs to take this class. Oh, but is he going to go to a university or a community college? None of your business, lady. And you got to be in their faces and fight for your kids. And then once my kids finished off, my friends were, I said, listen, I said, you got to put the armor of God. You got to go to fight for your kid, because they're going to put him in the cooking class, because they said, you're not smart enough. You're not going to go to college. And you program that kid like that in school, and then you come home like, oh no, hell no, we're not doing that. You're going to take that class. Let's go look at your homework. Let's go do this. My kids had no television in their room. I would not allow it. If you're going to watch something, we're going to watch as a family. The computer was in the living area, the desk. I want to know what's going on. Yeah. Oh, yes. You got to fight. You got to fight because remember, they don't want you to have anything. They want you to be anything. And we've always fought that. So if they fought for us, what do you think you should do? You think, oh, well, I'm too old. I'm on my way out. No, no, ma'am. It's our responsibility, every single one of us, how you speak to your kids, what your expectations are for them, pushing them to go to college to get the degree. So that, I'm watching the other day, this young man, he's a doctor. You know, having been in the field, I know when I see a physician graduate, I know what they've been through to get there. The daily dehumanizing, the snide remarks, and now they can set you up and just finish you off. So when I see them graduate, I cry because I know what they've been through. To go to residency, do you know what these doctors, these interns have to go through? They get the worst assignment. You heard about this young female doctor. Where was she? Was it wasn't John Hopkins, but somewhere up east. You know, they were just killing her with the assignment. And some people, you know, to go to med school is hard. They don't get enough sleep. They overworked. And this young woman, I guess she needed some help. And they said, okay, well, then you're going to have to go get some psychiatric help, which she didn't need that much. She just needed a little bit of relief. And then they told her, you're going to have to repeat this class. It's just they're trying to give it to you. They're trying to squeeze you until you just say, know your place. So when they come up, I'm so grateful. So this guy, this brother, he had his child. I don't know if you saw that on social media. And the young boy, the patient, was on the stretcher. They're waiting, and this doctor walked in, and he had his locks. You know, he had them wrapped, and then I think maybe the daddy was like, "Yeah, waiting for the doctor," and he said, "I'm the doctor." You should have seen the face of the father. Ah, he was so excited, and it's like representation matters, right? And this is what we need to do: celebrate each other because you know the journey to get there was tough. If he made it, that's because he's a survivor, he's a fighter, because they don't want you to get there. And when you get there, how the hell did you get here? Well, there's no more DEI. How the hell did you get here? Like when I met this little patient in Florida, I said, ma'am, I'm going to be your nurse. She's like, you're my nurse? I said, yes. And you an RN? I said, yes. She said, well, I've seen everything now. Yes. It's like, who let you in? Who let you in? How dare you be my nurse? Yes. I've gotten to the hospital and then I'm getting ready to get report. And the nurse said, oh, you have that room? And then she started squirming. I said, don't worry. He doesn't want a black nurse. I said, that's fine. Give me another one. I don't play. I don't. You fight up here. So here in this stage, we're still fighting. I know it's exhausting. We're all exhausted. That's why we work out. That's a countermeasure, right? To fight the oppression, the sense of being overwhelmed, the sense of sadness, the sense of, oh my God, this is the only thing they can kill. Community, workout, hobbies, friendships. You got to do everything more intentionally, right? It can't be haphazard because this is just survival. We're trying to survive. Seriously. Yep. Yes. Homeschooling is good because, girl, let me tell you, they will bring your child to, they're going to pipeline him straight into that shiny building they're building, just waiting for them. You know what they say. From fourth grade, they already predict how many prisons they're going to need. And you know, our people are in the prisons. You think it's just accidental? Mm-mm. It's planned and designed. Woo! Yes. All right, ladies, don't smile. Well, I smile. I refuse to allow you. And you know what? If anybody needed something, if it's in my power, I will do it because you do not fight evil with evil. You don't. And I think the idea also is not to think of your life as being the ultimate um, goal in life. You've been given some time. If you look at your life as a moment in time that you're just passing through, it changes the way you look at everything. You don't try to grab and hang on to things that could be taken away from you at any moment. It reduces the stress in your life when you're not constantly pursuing things that they don't think you should have. Simplicity, gratitude. And I told you I'm a late bloomer. It took me a while to figure out that I'm just passing through, that this world doesn't owe me anything. And whatever I have, what did I read that? It says, um, success is getting what you want. Happiness is loving what you got. Oh, happiness is loving what you have. And I always like to say there's a huge difference between happiness and contentment. Happiness is, oh, I got a brand new phone. Ooh, I'm very happy. Ooh, I have $1 million in the bank. Ooh, I'm very happy. It's always a cause and effect. But contentment is a state of mind. It's something that you design, that you agree that is going to be how you live your life. You're going to be content with whatever you have. It doesn't mean you roll over, you don't, do any effort. No, that's not what it means. But you're not constantly chasing worldly things. Why? Look at the billionaires. They're still chasing the billions. I'm like, how much is enough? And what do you do with it? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, sisters, we had a little kumbaya. I hope you'll go out and be a good human and have a lovely day. I will talk to you soon. Au revoir. Bonne journée. Have a good day. Bye.